Haven't heard this song in a long time, coming in at number 19 on my fantasy playlist. October the 18th, 1997, Supergrass with Cheapskate. This was another song that Hitline used to play back in the fall of 1997, and I slapped it on my fantasy playlist. Probably got it as high as number 19. The song that I really liked by Supergrass came out about a year or two later. It was called Pump It On Your Stereo, which was off their third album called Supergrass. I fell in love with that one. But they never had a big hit here in America, not that well known. This record, Cheapskate, just barely cracked the top 40 on the modern rock charts. There are just so many charts here in America. They're just, anyway, that's about as high as it got over here. Their first album was called I Should Coco, C-O-C-O. Or Cuckoo or Coco, came out in 1995. They signed Supergrass. They signed with the Parlophone record label in 1994. And when they released their first album, their debut album, I Should Coco, in 1995, it was the biggest selling debut album on the Parlophone record label since the Beatles' Please Please Me, which came out around 1963, 62, 63. That is phenomenal right there. Supergrass in the same league as the Beatles on the Parlophone record label. They recorded most of this album, the second album, In It for the Money, at Sawmill Studios. That's in Cornwall, England. It's along the banks of the River Fowey, or Fowey, it's Fowey. The Stone Roses recorded Fool's Gold at Sawmill Studios. Also, the Verve recorded their first album at Sawmill Studios, which was called A Storm in Heaven, which came out in 1993. Their biggest American hit was Bittersweet Symphony, and actually I got that coming up later on my fantasy playlist. The album In It for the Money by Supergrass went to number 2 on the UK album charts. Number 19, Cheapskate, on my fantasy playlist of October 18th, 1997. This is Supergrass from Oxford, England.